Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to teach you a technique how to do alcohol ink on this planter. So what you need is a pipette. That's just to grab the alcohol, and then you need some sort of airflow. So I'm going to be using a straw today. Also, you need isopropyl alcohol. 99% is what works the best. And you just fill up your little cup so you can use your pipette. So with a round surface, you have to work a little quicker because the alcohol is going to move quite fast around it. So you have to keep turning the planter. Also, if the alcohol drips at the bottom, you don't have to worry because we have these bases that will cover any of the imperfections. I have this brown one, or I also have a black base that I spray painted. Today I'll probably use the black one, but it is really handy because it just finishes off the pot nicely and you don't have to worry about any of those drips. So today I'm going to be using a mixture of Rainforest Green, Gold, which is the brass, and which looks like gold. And it's also my favorite of the metallics. And then I'm going to be mixing it with black, just so I have kind of more of a moodier green, more than a brighter green. I want kind of more of a dark and moody green and just some more variation. So I'm going to start with just a few drops of the black just to kind of see how the ink flows on the pot. So I'll do 3 drops, or 1 or 2 or 3 drops of the black, and then I'll use my pipette to get the alcohol, and I'll do probably 4 or 5 kind of big drops of the alcohol onto the black ink. And then I'm going to slowly turn the pot without using the straw quite yet. Just kind of let it move around and then gently use the straw kind of to kind of manipulate where the alcohol ink is going to go onto the pot. And don't worry about any wandering kind of little things you don't like. What's nice about the alcohol is it just lifts off the ink. So if you don't like any spots, you can just erase them with, I just use a wipe and alcohol. So now I'm going to add the green. With the brass, you always want to make sure it's on top of the ink. Otherwise, it'll just glob and stick in one spot. So I'm going to put a few daubs of the green down, and then I'm going to take the brass and put that over top. After that, I'm going to take the alcohol and I'm going to put it over top of the green. And you can see it's just starting to move. I'm just letting it kind of naturally flow before I get my straw. Now I'm just going to kind of direct it. And you see I'm getting kind of a nice variation of gold, green, and still some black peeking through there. So then what the goal is, I try to hold my pot on an angle, and I work from the bottom of the pot up until I get a nice, I like to leave a bit of white space at the top. So I just try to go up the pot until I find a nice line, and that's where I kind of decide to end. And again, if you have any stragglers or any kind of strange spots, like here you can see I'm kind of touching it up with Q-tips, just dipping in the alcohol and just touching up any spots that aren't great. And yeah, just slowly work your way up the pot until you get the effect that you want. So now I'm just filling in any white spots or any kind of areas that I'm not happy with. Just use a Q-tip and I'm gonna try to fit the base on. And you can see the base just finishes it off quite nicely. I also have these paint pens, which I like to finish off on the top. It's a gold paint pen. So I'll just take that and I'll trace around the top of my pot, which just kind of finishes it off very nicely. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one.